Oh, it's gonna be funny, bro. It's gonna be hilarious.
And so you now have your own LP Timbales range, which is huge, right? That's literally
Mhm.
like having your own drum kit like made after you. So what was that process like? I mean, they look gorgeous. They look like visually, they look amazing. And so what was that process like? Did you have a lot of creative input with those?
Yeah, actually, we had been talking about doing this for a very long time. I just didn't know when the time was gonna be because making a Timbali signature series is time consuming. It's a very big investment as well. They're actually very expensive line within the Timbales line series. They could be probably the most expensive timbales in the LP line. I'm not exactly sure, but they're definitely top three, I would say. Um, and it was definitely a team effort. I would have to give a lot of credit to Mr. Derek over there at LP that had the idea of making it visually impactful. I was more sort of set more of getting a cool sound, and but he was like, man, it's gotta be colorful, man. Your studio got a lot of colors, you guys gotta be like, it's gotta cut through with colors. And then I was like, man, you're right, because I was thinking about doing a black and white, sort of with my Unity vibe.
Yeah.
I had like a Unity design that was black and white. Everything was sort of black and white for me. It was very elegant. It was very Japanese, sort of like yin yang, that type of vibe. But then he told me, what would you think? He told me, what would you think? I've been developing this with these people from Taiwan with a rainbow plate finish. I said, rainbow plate, what's that? He's like, yeah, bro. I mean, it's like a gradient. I said, gradient. He's like, man. So then he showed me the first picture of what just a regular gradient would kind of look like. And I said, bro, that's it, dude. I know it. So then that's when I said, well, these are the colors that we need to put: the purple and the blue, which happens to be the colors like the Mas de Mi, my my studio and all that, and the blend. Um, and then I told him, I was like, well, this process, I want it to be very unique. It's got to be sleek, and then I got to get the black satin, the nickel rims, so it's different. It's there's never been black rims before. The black hardware, black heads, so it's got that that deepness, and then obviously the sound. It's got to be as closest to the Tito Puente bottle as possible because that's the best sound that there is, and I think there ever will be. So we literally based our sound model off the Tito Puente traditional timbali stainless steel. So because there's the Tito Puente, the newer versions with the top tuning, but there's something about the top tuning that it doesn't, the heads don't sit well and don't last as long for me, especially because I do a lot of live gigs and I'm always like, when I get excited, I hit them hard and everything. So the side tuning, which is the traditional way, has always worked. And I always said, man, those old people have been doing it this way for such a long time. There's got to be a reason why. And really, the difference between tuning from the top and tuning from the bottom is nothing. It's like, okay, yeah, it may be a little bit easier access, but I don't really care. I care about the sound and I care about the heads. So that was developing between all of us. And then I got the bonus from them where they're like, well, they said, we got a problem, but it's not really a problem. And I said, really, what's that? He's like, well, the way that these drums are made is that they go into like this huge oven. It's like a big oven, right? And then the temperature is like freaking like volcano. And then like some laser starts hitting, and then these shells, they start changing into colors. It's kind of like, it's not a paint. I thought it was a paint, like it was dipping. It was not. It's like a reflection type of thing. And so they can never make the same gradients ever. Like
That's
every
sick.
single timbal is going to be unique to the person that buys it. There's not going to be one that it's like a serial number on each one, literally. So for example, I have two of them right now, and one has like a more of a purple bluish vibe, and the other one has more like a yellow green, purple thing. And so each one is cool as hell. And then sometimes even the front is different from the back. So like if you're a lefty, it'll look different too. So it's like, it's so cool, like I really, really like enjoyed that about it because there's two things. First of all, I have synesthesia, which is where, you actually see colors when you're mixing music or you're doing music. Like you see colors, like certain sounds make you see different things. So it's a very colorful timbal. It kind of goes with the synesthesia thing. And then also I love the unique vibe that everybody will have their own sort of set and it will look different. And then we could probably do trade-offs. You know, it's like, yeah, I want to trade mine for yours. You know, that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, that's absolutely incredible. Like that's
Hmm.
not a problem at all, is it?
Nah, man, I love that. It's like that's so dope because now it's like, you know, everybody, you can go to a different store and it's like you see two of them and then you could choose which one you like better. You know, that's so cool. It's like it makes it more unique. It makes it more este in Spanish it's called artesanal, like handmade, you know, like just
Like artisan,
special.
artisan.
Yeah, artisan, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they look amazing. So anyone who's listening,
Thank you, man.
please go and check them out. They look absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and actually for the first 20 people that buy the timbales, which is going to be announced in July, um we're gonna give them a free signed cowbell, which is the ES12 cowbell, my favorite cowbell of LP, and a signed Mas de Mi City, which is the one that won the Latin Grammys and everything.
That's amazing. I don't play timbale or thing, but I might do it just so I can get those things.
Oh no, thanks, man.